Cravers, welcome back to Little Cravings. I know it's been a while, but now I'm back with great recipes. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you will be advised every time I upload a new video. Today's recipe is one of my favorite recipes. It's perfect winter, autumn kind of baking, and it'll fill your house with really warming aromas, creating that hygge. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that way, but that sense of well-being and coziness and warmth, and is perfect for the winter. The recipe I'm about to show you is for a classic oatmeal cookie. It's a recipe I've been making for absolute years, and everyone who tries it really enjoys it. And then I am going to show you a coffee that I make, and the way that I make it that goes really well with it. It's all filled with spices. So let's get going. So these oatmeal cookies are very easy, and they're considered to be drop cookies. And as the name suggests, all you do, you drop your mixture on your cookie sheet and you're ready to go. It's a very forgiving mixture, because if it's too stiff, you can put some moisture so that you can get the right consistency. But if it's too sloppy, you can put a bit of flour until you get the right consistency. So you cannot go wrong. So to begin, we are going to add baking powder and bicarbonate of soda or baking soda. You're gonna put some salt, and I am going to add some cinnamon and nutmeg. I love nutmeg. And we're going to mix all of that with our flour, and we're gonna set it aside. So this is our flour mixture, which we're going to use in a minute. In a large mixing bowl, I have my butter, and my butter has been out for a while. It's soft, and I am going to add a mixture of coconut sugar. I find coconut sugar smells, it has a smell sort of like a mixture between coffee and cocoa. That's what it smells like to me. So it has some notes that are going to be different than this next sugar, which is brown sugar, so you get all the richness of molasses. If I don't have brown sugar, I'll use all coconut sugar or all brown sugar, but if I have them both, I like to mix them. And then also a little bit of castor sugar. I'm going to start mixing this. Now that they're fully integrated, I am going to add my eggs and my vanilla. We're going to integrate that flour mixture where I put my salt and my spices with a wooden spoon, and we're just going to mix it well. Don't overmix, just well mixed, but not overmixed, if you know what I mean. Now that this is all mixed, I am going to incorporate my currants and grapes. I like to mix currants, grapes, and sultanas. I think it looks pretty, and sultanas have a golden hue. But I only had currants and raisins, so that's what we're adding. And I'm going to add that before I incorporate my oats. And I have raw oats. The flakes are quite big. No instant oats, please, because that's another animal altogether. Fold it in until they're completely integrated, and that's it. I preheated my oven 20 minutes before so that it's all hot, it's evenly hot. I'm going to bake these a tray at a time for about 7 to 9 minutes, and I'm going to rotate the tray halfway through. Here you go. This is a great way of introducing fiber to your kids, isn't it? It's fantastic. You can moderate the sugar. You can put a little bit less sugar. And another fun variation of this is if you put chocolate chips in it, in the mixture. Oh, it's so good. And then you eat them when they're still warm, and you just break them open and the chocolate is all melty. Love it. All right, so once you're done mixing, it's time to get your cookies. So these are my cookie sheets. They have a slightly raised, I don't know if you can see that, a slightly raised bit, and that's so that you can handle it, take them in and out of the oven. But as you can see, they're completely rimless. So I am going to use an ice cream scoop to have evenly sized cookies. I don't want to put them too close to the edge just in case they just flop to the over the edge. But I want to give them enough space for them to spread. So they're not going to be a lot of cookies per sheet, and we're doing a sheet at a time. So you're going to have the time to do this. But they cook fairly quickly. And as one is cooking, you can be loading up the next one. I'm going to do 4 per sheet. And these are non-stick cookie sheets. I have some oil so that I can slightly grease my fingers, and then the dough will not stick to my fingers. And I am going to push them until they are about a centimeter high. So there you go, pressing them down. Very, very easy. These are no stress cookies. I'm gonna wipe my hands, I'm gonna put them in the oven. You want them to be evenly brown. We're going to put them in for 7 minutes. In about 4 minutes, I'm going to go in and I'm gonna rotate the tray and finish cooking them, and then we'll try them. They are beautiful. I'm going to leave them a couple of more minutes. They're still quite soft in the center. I want them to be a bit firmer. So I'm just gonna leave them a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna check them after 1 minute. Our first batch is ready. Let's get it out of the oven. Look, how beautiful are they? Lovely brown. I'm going to get another batch in. So now we know that these cookies are going to take about 10 minutes because of the size of them. So adjust your temperature depending on the size you make them. Obviously, the bigger, the longer you're going to have to do them. They look gorgeous. They look so beautiful. So while our cookies are baking, I want to have them with a little bit of coffee. So I'm sure all of you, well, a lot of you will have one of these. If you're Dominican, I know that you have one of these. So what I like to do is something a little bit unconventional, but it works for me. I like to put some evaporated milk into the reservoir, right? Evaporated milk is quite thick. So I'm going to top it up with some water, and I put the water sort of to rinse the leftover milk from the glass. And I'll fill it up to the mark. And then to that, I am going to add a couple of cardamom pods. You can put a little bit of vanilla, you can put whatever you want really, any spice you like. I like the spiciness of this coffee. Then I'm gonna get some ground coffee, as you would, and I'm gonna put it in the receptacle. But because this is just for 1 or 2 people, I'm not gonna fill the receptacle all the way through. I'm gonna put about, I don't know, about 1.5 teaspoons of it in there. I want it milky. I want just like a hint of coffee. I don't want it too bitter. If you like your coffee stronger, then make it stronger. It's completely up to you. And then I am going to mix a little bit of sugar with the coffee. I'm gonna put this on the fire and I'm gonna let it do its thing. And this is such a delicious coffee. It's really full of flavor, and it'll go great with these little cookies. If you make these cookies, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. I have a few videos on TikTok. I think I'm getting hip. I'm becoming hip. That's what it is. Yes. And let me know if there are any recipes like this that actually make you feel like home. To me, this is all embracing, this is welcoming, and this is just warming. I absolutely love it. So leave your comment below and let me know. As you can see, the cookies are ready. I am in the 3 different stages of it. These have just come out of the oven, so I leave them on the tray for a couple of minutes to start firming up. And then I'm gonna put them in a rack, and I'm gonna leave them there to cool down completely. And once they're cooled down completely, then I put them on my plate, on my serving plate. Or you package them. I would preserve them in an airtight container or a cookie tin where no air comes in, and that's it. Enjoy it. They're delicious. We're gonna now have them with a cup of this fabulous coffee. Cookies. Look at this. Milky, the way I like it. You can make it stronger, just adjust the amount of coffee. And oh my God, you can smell that cardamom, it's beautiful. And here are cookies, and they have a bit of a chewy consistency. Look at that, they're beautiful. Let's see. They have the right amount of sweetness, and with that pinch of salt sort of comes through in the flavor. They're chewy with a tiny bit of crunch on the edges. They're delicious, really warming. The spices come through beautifully, and you can just combine whatever spices you like. And now my coffee. Oh, that cardamom, that perfume. It's milky, it has the right amount of sweetness, it is just beautiful. This is the way I like it. You can make it stronger, you can make it taste more of coffee. It's completely up to you. Make it your own. Whatever variation, please tag me, follow me on Instagram, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.